Three places in one. All right, hey everyone. Going live on places, and I'm about to put a fourth one up right now. So bear with me. Probably should have started early, but it's all love. It's these are the things.
Trying to get a set done, and this woman says, "Could I get my nails
Mhm.
done first? Can this be done
Yeah.
first?"
All right. So now let's set up the live. And today is a Wellness Wednesday check-in. So that's really what this is. Uh, Wednesday Wellness check-in. We're also going to review some of the topics that I've gone live about, and this is an opportunity for you to ask some questions. Now, if you're interested in a one-on-one with me, a private strategy session, just message me the word strategy, and I will send you out I will send you out the information on what we can do. All right, on how you can book that. Okay, so let's put the date up here. Today is the 10th. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Done. I've got to fix the board. And so be sure also, if you think anyone would be interested, would get some value from this, reach out to them and say, hey, Coach Trev is live. Uh, Wednesday Wellness check in. I go live at 5 Monday through Friday. So that's really what we're doing. Done and done. Ooh, 5:04, a little late over there, but I'm good. So just to let you all know, I go live on multiple platforms. The last one that I go live on, I can't say exactly where I'm live. So if you see me peeking around or see those things, it's because I'm going live through through the camera for three of you and through my phone for the others. So let's go. And let's see who is watching. And feel free, as I said, I'm checking all three, so be sure you're putting comments in. All right. Hey, everyone. Everyone over here, I am live. Please forgive the lateness. Let me turn these volumes down and let me go up because we're about to set it off. Next out of that, we go here, and we check in there. All right, wonderful. So let me do the setup here. And be sure for those that are watching, be sure to share this out. Share this out with people. Let them know that Coach Trev is live. Hey, Stay True, how are you? Hope everything is well with you. Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate it. I hope you are well. And anyone that stops in, I say hello to. This is a chance where you can really, if you have some questions about coaching or anything along those lines, this is a good opportunity to get that answered. All right, Mr. T, how are you? Oh, I got the heart meat. Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you. Hey, rebuilt by her. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hold on. For some reason, I am. Here we go. All right. Let's see what we're doing. Oh, okay. All right. So we're working. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for the heart meats. I appreciate it. I may need to raise this up live because I feel like there's a board on one side and it is blocking. Here we go. Think I'm good. All right. I think I am good. Wonderful. Okay. All right. Excellent. Thank you. Today really is a wellness check-in. So just reviewing the topics, checking in with everyone. Ooh, that's blocking that. So let's move this down just a little bit so that the camera is not seeing the live. How do I do this? All right. Bear with me just for a moment, everyone. I want to be sure that I'm coordinating this and that you're not being that everything is not being blocked. So thank you all so much. Thank you for the you're awesome. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much. I appreciate it here. And so, and let me just check in and see, do I have any questions? Any questions, any comments? So today is really good. Today is, I did have a topic, but I wanted to check in because I've been pouring out a lot of, I've been pouring out some information. I've got some topics that we've covered Monday and Tuesday. So I really wanted to spend this time just to check in. Let me see if I can move this up just a little bit. Okay. Anyways, today is Wellness Wednesdays. Got rid of the board by free, but we'll have to figure out how to do backup, how to do. So yeah, we need to do a one-on-one because at some point in time, what I'd like to do is I'm going to learn how to put the topic above so that anyone that comes in, you're able to get some insight, understand. I'm good today. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. Um, I am closing down because I got a notice. Let me see here. Where my notes usually are. If you hear a blowing in the background, that's my laptop going, "Hey, you got a lot of stuff open." So I'm well, Mr. T. How are you? How are you doing? Yes, please put in the please put in the comment, put in the chat. How are you doing today? What's going on? What um, how is your Wednesday going? We're at the midweek and a lot of things can happen. So this here is I'm choosing to do a check-in. And so, hey, Miss Diamond, good to see you. Good to see you, Miss. Good to see you. Rebuilt by her. Thank you for sharing the live out. And yes, thank you for those of you that are sharing the live out. I appreciate it. I am grateful. I do not take it. I do not um, take it for granted. So I am grateful. Also, let me go ahead and share this live out. So you all bear with me. Oh, you're already there. Hold on, let me uncheck that. I was just about to share it with other people that are already here. Let's go. All right. So yep. So we are sharing it. I'm just sharing it out. And as I said, there isn't a topic today. I tomorrow what I'll do is I'll go in now. If you do want me to pour in and say that, thank you so much for the heart meat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the gifts. I am grateful for that. And so I am sharing this out to see who would like to come in. And so, as I said, I wanted to really touch base. Thank you for the props. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the TTs. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really want to take this time out to see if you had any questions, to have this as an open Q&A, and for anyone that has looked at my previous lives that I had this week and had some questions or wanted me to expound more on a particular topic. And so this is a check-in. One of the things I've learned, oh, Miss Diamond has a question. Please pour in. Please ask your question. Because that right, the thing is, if you don't have a question, where did you get the shirt? Where did I get the shirt? Okay, I see where we're going with this. And I was thinking, this might be a time to talk about some travel. Just wanted to answer your question. I'm doing well. Thank you, Mr. T. I appreciate it. I continue to do well. Continue to do well. And you know what? I think for Wednesdays, this might be a time where we share our goals and how we're doing with that. So if anybody is live, if you've got some goals you're working on, if you'd like to share them and say, I'm doing well with it, or I could use some help in working on achieving that goal, this is it. So that's what I just decided now. More Wednesday Wellness is going to be a day where we share your goals and get some questions on what you can do. All right, so let's answer that question. And while I'm answering the question, who could be winning Wednesdays? Yeah, because everybody's got Wellness Wednesdays. We'll see. Yes. Oh, Mr. T, glad you're doing well with your goals. And be sure, as you're here, tap the screen, share it out, all that good stuff. So, where did I get my shirt? This is called the Black Dog. I got this from Martha's Vineyard. Now, and so let me tell you about that story. It's like story time. um, I was part of a married couples ministry at my church, my wife and I. So we would help the leaders to plan events, to coordinate, to set up the room when we had our meetings, all that. And so as and it was myself and it was us and three other couples. Now, what we would do, because we would, I think, take the summer off, and what they would do, and they were so kind, is that this couple, older couple, they had they have a home on Martha's Vineyard. What they would do is invite us three couples to their home to stay for a weekend, and we'd have a retreat where we would discuss topics, we would bond, we would share things, we had meals together. It was excellent, and we did this for at least a good 7 years, 5, 7 years, I believe. It was excellent, and that was a chance where I really got to experience Martha's Vineyard. Now, I live in the Boston area, the greater Boston area, and so Martha's Vineyard is a place I had not gone to, but it's an island about a 45-minute ferry ride, um, just from the Cape. It feels like you're in your own world. It's a beautiful place, and so I really began to tie that in with a reset, a recharge, and things along those lines. Now, as things happen and life happens, they had expanded and their family began to expand, and so they actually decided to sell their home, and so they're no longer in Boston, and so they're closer to their grandchildren. Now, all the best for them. We stay, and so they became snowbirds. Where in the winter they stay there, and then in the summer they come to the vineyard. Now, this meant that there was a pause, and that we would no longer be able to go to their home. However, my wife and I, we enjoyed the reset, the recharge we had at the vineyard. So we began to scout out and look for places to go to say, hey, where can we go that we don't have to get on a plane or TSA, but still come to it. So we started with an Airbnb, loved the place, then connected with the owner, and they realized that, hey, we wanted to come back every year. So because we connected with them, we were blessed to be able to go there because we have always been respectful of the property. We leave a gift and things like that. And Martha's Vineyard has been, and it continues to be a place where we reset, rebuild, and recharge. And so that was pretty cool. So the good thing is the good thing is that with that is that I started with Airbnb, but now we're directly with the owner of the house, and because we're with that, they don't have to pay any fees, and because that, and we're just grateful that we can be there for a period of time where we're not expending out tons of funds, but we're still there. So all that to say, yes, I got this at Martha's Vineyard. What I do want to encourage you is this: is that be sure. Thank you for the Go Pops, Ms. Diamond. Thank you so much for tearing up. I appreciate it. Thank you. What did I miss here? Did I miss any other gifts? I did not. All right. What I do want to encourage you is be sure that you have a place where you can reset and recharge. Now this may not be some place where you have to get on a plane. It might be some place that you can drive to, some place where you can spend more than a day, a couple of days, and it could be somewhere. It might be somewhere that's even in your town. That might be a 30 or 40-minute drive, but you're staying away from the house. And so that's one of the key things. Whether you are a professional or entrepreneur, it's one of those things that's there. So that's a key thing. All right. Um, thank you for that. And so be sure, if you have that place, put that in there. Put that in there. All right. Hold on for a moment, and here we go. All right. All right. Thank you for the roses. Thank you. I appreciate it. And please be sure to tap the screen. Um, Ditto. Did the same thing, Miss Diamond. Excellent. So, what we realize is that it's important that we both have that. So, if whether you're married, whether you are in a relationship, or whether it's just yourself, be sure that you have we fixed it. Fixed it, Mr. T. That person was blocked. Um, Yep. Be sure that you have a place that where you can go, where you can reset and realign. See, there's my workspace, which is where I'm at here. This is what I'll call my command center. Hold on, let me just plug this up to make sure everything is going well. Also, let me just check in and see what I have here. All right, so everything is good there. Everything is good there. Everything is good. All right. So, yeah, I find it's important really to get away from your space and have a place where you can realign, reset, recharge, refocus. And there are some times where you need to invest in yourself, meaning that you need to spend money to go out to a place. Yes, and I mean leave your zone here, because remember, growth happens when you are uncomfortable. So if you're looking for any growth to happen, if you're looking to reset, for recharging, to push things out, it's important that you have a space and a place to do that. You need to invest in yourself because whatever your goal is, your goals could be professional, could be personal, it could be spiritual, could be emotional, it could be regarding your relationships. You want to have a place where there's a reset and a recharge. All right. And so for us, one of our places, won't have them all. One of our places is Martha's Vineyard. Um, the beautiful thing about that place is that we like the fact that we're away. Even though it's a drive and then a ferry, we're not getting on TSA. It's not far. It does so much for us. We really can go to the beach and everything like that. There you go, Miss Diamond. It's have that blessing. It's really, you need a space where to reset, because we go there and we're out in the woods. It's peaceful. Where we stay, there isn't much traffic. Cars aren't driving by. There's no horns. There's no motorcycles. There's just peace. There's quiet. There's nature. So whether we're at the place or whether we're on the beach, or whether we're at the beach, that's the key thing. So yes, that is a blessing to have that assignment. It's good to be able to say. Now, if you're saying, "Well, I don't have enough money to get away," um, what I would suggest to do is this: wherever you live, begin to explore different areas and different streets. If you have a car, there's a certain path that you may take to go to the store, to go to an appointment, to go to a gathering. Um, that particular path, go down a different street, take a left, take a right, make space for that time to say, what's over here? I've never been here. There are people that have been in a town for almost all their lives, but have yet discovered areas and pockets of them that contain some peace, some newness, and potentially some inspiration. So, so if you're at a point where you're saying that, hey, I don't know where I can go, then check out your local space. this this time is hilarious. Yes. So when it comes to your wellness, you have to be intentional about that. You really have to be um, deliberate about getting away, about taking some time and space. I mentioned earlier this week. Hey, Francis, Miss Danny, thank you for joining in. Hey, Caden, thank you for joining. Uh, that your attention is a currency, and there is so much that's out there. There's so much that's out there. It's important to really be mindful to protect your energy, protect your attention, protect your peace. So there's so many things of protection you need to. You need to. It's your peace, your energy, your attention. All of those are currencies that people are looking to spend. They're looking to extract from you. So you've got to say, okay, how can I add? How can I multiply? What are ways that I can protect my peace? Not just protect it, but to grow it. What are ways I can protect my attention space? Not just to, not just to, but to protect. That's one of the key things. Thank you, Ms. Diamond. And so it's important to really have that space. Now, that space it could be another, it could be you getting a hotel room for a few days. It could be you driving down to a particular park and spending some time there. It could be you getting some space in town. It could be going on a plane or rediscovering some spaces there. It might be you spending some time. Now, if you're saying that you can't go away or there isn't any time, you don't have the vacation time saved up or anything, and you just work. All right. So then you make adjustments. What are the adjustments you can make? So you can go to a museum, go to a park, go to a quiet space, a place where you can just reset, be to yourself, and think. Somewhere where you begin to manage your thoughts and reset. Because really, when it comes to your mental state, that's your foundation. That's where your growth happens, and it's about really being able to manage and be able to grow that, to be able to manage that. Yes, museums as well. Many people forget about that. Museums here. Here's one: the library. When was the last time you've been to the library? We still have those. And libraries have a lot of events that people go to. There are groups that have there. And I would recommend it myself in regards to the libraries. For instance, I because I went to the library and because I was bit gregarious. Um, I met somebody, and because through meeting with them, they run a writing group, and so they asked me to join it. I have joined it, and so for the past 2 years, meet once a month, take some time off in the summertime, once a month, and we write. There you go. Congratulations, Miss Diamond. Yes, I'm glad you got an Old Klein's book into the library. That's a blessing. That is so cool to be able to do that. And so, library, yes, a lot of people, some people drive by them and don't realize the potential that they have. So, when you have libraries, there are times where you can go into there and you can book a room, book a conference room it's because they have those rooms, and as long as you book them ahead, you can book them. You may be able to book them for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. It's a quiet space and place. And think about it: you've got the library, you've got a space that has, you've got a space that has Wi-Fi, that has, restrooms. Usually libraries are, some libraries are near some food areas, so not sure. Some libraries you can bring food in, some libraries you can't. You may be able to sneak something subtly in, but at least a drink, maybe a bottle of water or something like that. But it's a place that you can use to reset. So that's what we're thinking about. We're talking about when it comes to your wellness and it comes to that, you be sure that you find a place and space to reset. Now, as when you find that space, then you've got to quiet down your mind. You've got to put aside those thoughts, everything that's running in your head that's saying, you've got to do this. All right, what am I doing after this? What did I do before this? Did I do all this before? You catch yourself running and running, pacing, all of these thoughts there. Everything is coming at the same time. So this is a time to begin to manage your thoughts, manage your insight, all of those things that happen. All right. Um, Hold on. And I'm just checking notes and seeing questions and things along those lines. All right. All right. We're going good. So yes, it's important to have that space. So um, each year we go away for at least 2 weeks to the space. Now, yes, take our laptops and things along those lines, but however, we still create the space. We still create the time. We have meetings as well, groups, and say and do our planning. What do we want to do? What do we want to focus on? What do we want to accomplish over the next 30, 60, 90 days? What do we see ourselves in the next year, the next 5 years? It's a good time to plan, a good time to really resettle, to make adjustments. So many times we're in action, and the question is, does your action have direction? Do you have focus? Do you have a target that you're hitting? So, so it's not asking you to go to target. The question is, do you have a target? All right, that's one of the key things. So if you have a space or place that if you have the reset, excellent. If you don't, be sure you take the time and think. Think of a space. Think about what's around you locally. Think about a place that you'd like to go. Now, if this is a place that you want to get on a plane, that you can say, I want to fly out to and book a hotel room, um, that's cool. That's fine. However, the goal is not to go there and get busy with filling your day with events and all these things. It's to really settle, to have a journal, to have a notebook, to have a pen, all those things so that you can, whatever you need to reset, to realign, to get reestablished with your goals. Mr. Taft, right, quiet down your mind and emotions. Having your home in the next few years, that's a blessing. That's one of those blessings is that you've got a goal and saying this is where we have and this is our goal, this is what we're doing there. So hey Tracy, hey, thank you so much for stopping in. So yes, it's really about having your space. So that is a strong part of wellness is having your space, having all of those things that you're doing, so that you are realigning. And whatever your goal is, your goal could be that that you're currently working right now. You're working towards retiring. Your goal could be that you're looking for another position. You're looking for hey, what's going? Hey, thank you so much for joining. You could be looking for another degree, a certificate program. You could be looking to complete a class. It could be that you want to learn a language, play an instrument, buy a house, do a project, start a business, write a book, any of those things. So it's important that you are clear with that and you know that, okay, this is my time to reset, to get reestablished, to focus, to drill down on things. All right. So that's a key thing. Okay. So I just wanted to just really expound on that, to check in with people, to see if you had any questions, any thoughts, any things that we covered this week that you had any insight on, or something that you would like to share. So as a review, and let me pull up my notes here. Come on, notes. So let's start with the furthest one out. So so on Monday, and so good, Mr. C. Yes, continue to work on yourself. Um, that's a good thing. I'll always recommend people. I'll always tell people, listen, when it comes to your goals, when it comes to that, be sure you have accountability. That's an important piece. Okay, all right. Thank you, Miss Diamond. That's excellent. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And so Monday, we talked about 5 things successful people do on Monday that most people don't. Okay. So thank you for that. I was wondering. And so let me go over those 5 things very briefly. I don't, and let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Make sure that we don't have any questions in the chat. All right. Okay. So Let me go to my notes. As I said, I've got monitors here. That's where my notes reside. All right. So the 5 things successful people do on Monday. Got it. The 5 things that successful people do on Monday that most people won't. Number one, they don't hit Monday without a plan. So many people ask, what do I need to do today? Successful people ask, what do I need to accomplish this week? That's right. What do I need to accomplish this week? Okay. So that's key. FYI, I may not be on for the entire hour because I've got something here. Usually I'm on from at least till 6. However, since there are some other things that I do on, I've got another appointment later on this evening. So FYI, as my business goes on. Excellent. That's good to go. So what 5 people do. Number one, they don't hit Monday without a plan. They ask, what do I need to accomplish this week? And so they focus on clarity. They plan. They know that planning reduces stress, reduces overwhelm, and creates confidence and focus. So that was number one. Number two was uh, successful people on Monday, they focus on what matters most, which means they prioritize. And so I prioritize today as well. Is that one of the biggest things that I like to do because I have a lot of goals that I do during the day. So some of them are 7,000 steps, a drink of fruit juice, eat a serving of vegetables. I do 70 push-ups. I do 70 push-ups. Also, um, I do a set of stretches because I am healing. I discovered that I'm very tight, and I had a foot injury from August of 2022 that I'm finally dealing with. So now that I'm taking therapy sessions, I do 3 sets of stretches throughout the day. So there's stretches that I'm doing. Also in the process of editing my book. For musically, I do drum rudiments daily and I do chord practice. So I've got to prioritize what's important. So right now, what's important to me, if I had to say what was number one, is editing a chapter of my book each day. The goal is that this second book that I'm working on, is going to be published before the end of June. So, yes, that's the hard, and I'm putting that out there publicly. Before the end of June, this book will be published. So, there's that. You've got to reprioritize. So, you got to focus on what matters. Third thing they do is they start before they feel ready. It's not about perfection. They don't wait for motivation. Successful people move before motivation arrives. They know that motivation is unreliable. Confidence comes from action, and progress comes from action. So you're going to understand that small steps count. The fourth thing that the successful people do on Monday, they protect their mindset. They don't allow negativity to dominate their Monday. They know that energy matters, attitude, perspective, all of that matters. So these successful people, you being one of them, they do not live in victim mode. That's important thing. Do not live in victim mode. So there's that. The fifth thing they do is they create accountability. They don't rely on self-discipline. Thank you, Mr. T. Thank you, Don. Thank both of you for being here. They don't rely on um, self-discipline because they realize that when it comes to their goals, they need consistency, they need follow through, they need awareness, and so that's accountability. Um, I will. Yes, I will. I will have a second set. If I need a third set, I will reach out. Thank you so much for the offer, Ms. Diamond. I appreciate it. Um, I appreciate it. Be sure to reschedule. Side note. So those are the 5 things. That's what we talked about on Monday. Um, Now, yesterday we talked about the 5 decisions that can change your life in the next 90 days. So those 5 decisions are: number one, decide what you actually want. Most people don't have a goal problem, they have a clarity problem. So big goals create big results. All right. So when you have clarity, clarity creates direction, direction creates action, and action creates results. So decide what you actually want. Number two, decide what you're no longer willing to tolerate. Remember, growth often starts with what you're willing to stop accepting. So that's important. You've got to be sure that you are not normalizing things that are robbing you of energy. There are many people that normalize bad habits. They normalize clutter, excuses, procrastination, toxic relationships. Um, and because you tolerate it, it's going to rob you of your energy, or it robs you of your energy. The third decision you make is decide who you'll learn from. Remember, success leaves clues. You can shorten your learning curve by learning from people who've already done. So the question is that if you're in a dark room, or if you're in a dark stadium and you have to make it to the door, would you go by yourself, or if somebody offered to come with you, would you say, or offered to guide you, would you accept that help? Remember, accepting help too, that's about humility. Pride slows your growth, but humility is what speeds it. So find people, study their habits, study their mindset, their systems, and their mistakes. Number four, decide what habits you'll build on. Remember, habits shape your destiny, and they also shape your results. So it's about having your daily disciplines, your morning routine, your evening routines, and your tracking. That's what's key. The fifth thing, decide to stay consistent when motivation leaves. You never, ever, ever want to rely on motivation. Momentum beats motivation every day of the week. Motivation is a short-term thing. It's like an EKG. So if you ever seen the EKG, the heartbeat, the beat, beat, beat goes up, goes down. Motivation is like that. Momentum is a slow, steady increase. When you learn how to use momentum to your advantage when it comes to your goals, that's what counts. Exactly. Never rely on momentum. The people that do, those are the ones that are hurting. Those are the ones that say, well, I'd like to be healthier. I want to save money. I want to start a business. I'm looking to finish a project. I'm just waiting to be motivated. I'm waiting for my time to come forward. That's not the key. That's not it at all. You want to be sure that you're moving in a space and place that you are moving. Exactly. Nike, just do it when you can. Oh, so yes. Um, So those were the things that we discussed this week. If there's anything that you have a question on that landed on you, let me know. Now, I have a series of topics. However, if there's a topic you would like me to discuss, if you have any questions that you would like for me to answer, let me know. When I've been on these lives, there are people that have come and asked about how to get unstuck. How do you deal with narcissistic people? How do you raise your confidence level? They asked about book publishing. They asked all these questions, and I was more than happy to answer that. So this is a time where you can come in and say, "Hey, I've got a question about X, Y, and Z." Reason why you may want to ask a question, I'll just let you know about myself. So if this is your first time here, I'm Coach Trev, the accountability coach. My tagline is the foot in your backside, making sure you don't backslide. That's right. And so I help professionals and entrepreneurs to reach their goals by helping them to develop clarity, execution, and incorporating accountability into their workspace. Yes, that's my tagline, Ms. Diamond. And so, I have options. So if you're looking to, if you like to work with me as a private client or as a, or in my mastermind, just send me a private message and we'll connect. Really, this is a really good time right here where you can ask some questions and that's it. Yes, Miss Diamond, that's hilarious. That's one step away from don't make me get my belt. Yes. When it comes to accountability, that's almost what it's like. Is that when people have a particular amount of goals, a particular amount of steps and things that they want to do, it's really important to be sure that you have somebody that's looking at you objectively. You get that laugh there, you get that. I do use humor in that. So I combine that with the training I've had. So I've been in the coaching consulting training space for about 20 years. I am a certified life, business, entrepreneurship coach. I have a certification as a holistic coach as well. I have studies in neuro-linguistic programming and also mental health as well. So there are a lot of areas that I've helped. I've helped people in various industries as well, and industries as well. So I've assisted with relationship goals, mental, spiritual, physical, all of that. So really, when it comes to accountability, I'm not here to define your goals. I'm here to or give you goals. I'm here to make sure your goals have clarity, that they're measurable, and that you're able to meet them with the new habits that you'll instill. Or you'll have that'll be foundational and that'll move you on not just to our time of working, but even beyond. All right. So that's why I said this is a good time and a good space to ask a question because everyone has goals. And sometimes you may not want to share it out like that. Um, yeah, you may not want to share it out like that. So if you want to do a one-on-one, let me know. Black parenting, but in a professional coaching space. So was that a question, Ms. Diamond? Um, Black parenting, but in a professional coach. Oh, is that coaching? So if you can give me some context there. Thank you all for the taps, for the lives, and sharing it. Let me just check also some spaces. Oh man, you all are making me laugh. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Thank you, this Diamond. That is hilarious. Oh yes, I am rolling as well. That's funny. Yes. So yeah, I'm the one that says that. Did you do that? Did you do that? You did that, right? Didn't you? You sure did. You sure you did that? We did that, right? That's what we did. Okay, it's done. I don't have to check. I'm going to check anyway. You know, so that is the space. Yes, yes. And so tomorrow, um, just to give you an idea, I'll be going live at 5 again. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about 5 signs that you're getting in your own way. That's on deck. All right. 5 signs you're getting in your own way. Now, um, for those of you that want to know and want to get a live demonstration on accountability and how it can work in your favor, I would invite you to be sure you're following me. Check out my profile. I have been posting every night around 10:30 or 11. I post my daily goals on what goals I hit, what goals I may have missed, and the adjustments that I'm making. So I am doing this for myself because I've been in that space. Hey, what's going on, Fresh Start? How are you? Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I'm doing that. I would not encourage you to do this. This is something that I'm doing that's very unique. If you're looking for accountability, definitely connect with the coach so that your goals are there. These are goals that I'm putting out there. Hey, Fresh Start, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in. Let us know where you're coming in from, where you're watching from. I appreciate it. Um, yep. And so that's what I'm doing out there. So if you go there and you go back a couple of weeks, you'll see where it all started. Currently, I do 7,000 steps a day, eat vegetables, and I am doing 70 push-ups a day. Those push-ups started at 30, and the steps I think started at 3K. Yeah. So I was just getting out there. BK is Brooklyn in the house. Okay. All right. BK. Now, what part of BK? Are we talking Bed-Stuy, Brooknum? Kidding, kidding. These are jokes. We are very light here. We have fun. We do. And so, thank you. I think this is your first time coming into the live. So, for those out there that are seeing me, allow me to reintroduce myself for the first time. I am Coach Trev, the accountability coach. I go live Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have topics that I cover. And so today is a Wellness Wednesday. And what we do is we're going to treat Wednesdays as sharing our goals, seeing how we're doing it, and to get some live coaching. All right. Fort Greene. Okay, represent. Thank you for having it. Thank you so much. Yes, 18K. If we can get to 25K today, I usually like to aim for 50K, but let's aim for 25 because didn't have much of a topic today, and it's been wellness. But if we can get to 25K, that would be great. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. We'd love to have you and continue to really share. You can pour into us. This is it's a great community, a safe community where we build on topics around accountability, around goal setting, around success, around mindset. Because really, when it comes to it, we want to do these foundational things that help us grow. All right. So I'd like to get to 25K today. If I can get to 20K, that would be good. Because as I said, I won't be on here too long. I'm just listening out because once that comes in, I may need to jump off quicker, sooner than later. So, but tomorrow will be a regular day. I have a 7 o'clock. Excuse me. I do have a 7 o'clock, but I got to prepare for it starting like at 6. So that's it. Okay. All right. So that'll be good. Let's see if we can get to let's get to 25K. See if we can do that before 6 p.m. Right now it is 5:48. Got it. Okay. All right. Noted. Noted. I got that, Miss Diamond. I got that. Um, and yep, and we can do it. Yes, via phone. That is fine with me. That works. That works. Mr. T, hopefully, I thank you for the communication. I sent you that information, and so be sure to. Um, I would look forward to follow through and connecting. And so that'll be excellent. Let me just check here and see. Notes are good. Everything else is good. All right. All right. So everyone in TT, stay here. Um, all right. And so be sure that you make a notice. Be sure you're following me. You turn on your notifications so that you know when I go live to remind you that, hey, Coach Trevor's going live 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me make sure that I book some time on my calendar for that. All right. All right then. Then I'll see some of you next time. Hold on. All right. Just boom. Got it. All right. Good. Have a good one.